What if Deku was Garou? Part 5. Before I begin, please tell me what I can do better to make my videos more interesting. If you guys like my videos, cool. But I know I can probably make some or do something better to my videos, like how I added gameplay that one time. If you like that, please go ahead and tell me. So, last time was 4 days ago for What If Deku Was Garou Part 4. And in that, Deku just beat the hero killer. So, after that, he went back to UA, and people congratulated him for beating the hero killer. Yeah, who cares? After that, they all went to take the final exam, which Deku was paired up against All Might. This All Might had weights on, remember, so I'd say he could probably go to around 70% of what he really is, or like his real power. So Deku charged right at All Might as soon as Nezu said begin, as Deku punched him with Fist of Flowing Water Crushing Rock, and he just kept punching All Might. He kept going on the attack so much. As soon as All Might tried to even lay a finger on Deku, he went down on all fours instead of bouncing around the walls, kind of like Gran Torino, as he reeled back his fist and punched All Might into the ground, grabbing Bakugo and just chucking him past the finish line as he walked past the finish line. Now, everybody saw how Deku beat All Might on the news, or like how he tied with All Might. So, this wasn't much of a shock to everybody, but they still couldn't believe it. They could not believe Deku just beat All Might like that. Because Deku has faced All Might before. He got straight down to business. He didn't want to have being beaten so easily, basically. So, Deku walked back, or basically Deku goes back into there for everybody just to be surprised. After everybody finishes, same people fail as in the anime. They say that they're all going to a summer camp, blah blah blah, and Deku and the Cole class go. Now, once here, Deku can already sense that something bad's gonna happen. As soon as Deku walked up to that little kid, he's like, "Hello, who are you?" As Koda tried to punch Deku in, he caught his fist, and he's like, "That's not very nice, don't you think? Alright, runt, why don't you go back to your guardian, whoever, or your parents, I don't know." As Deku just walks, as Deku just walks back to the whole class, they get dinner, and then the next couple days, they do excruciating training. Well, Deku, on the other hand, he's Deku. He like doing it like easy, like with one hand, like doing push-ups with one hand, like, "Is this all you guys got? This is pretty easy, you know." He's like, "You guys should up the workout. It's not that hard." As everyone's like yelling at him to like be quiet. They're like, "Why do you keep talking?" Deku's just laughing at everybody who's suffering. He's like, "This is my payback for you guys putting me in this stupid class." Deku just keeps doing push-ups. Everyone's like there's one kid just like crying in the back, or like Monetta's just crying in the background, like, so much work. So Deku and everybody ends up finishing that in the day. They all go and do trying to scare, or 1B tries to scare 1A. Now, Deku just completely just says, "Yeah, I'm not doing that. And don't bother. Nobody can scare me anyway." as Deku just walks off, as he just walks in like a random direction in the forest, Deku just looks up and sees a massive just flames as he just keeps walking as he sees like this random guy with stitches all over him. Deku's like, yo, what happened there? Deku just like moves so quickly to him and just takes out all the staples or stitches or whatever you guys want to call them, as all like that purple skin stuff just like flakes off. As Deku just sees a bunch of burn marks and he's like, whoa, pretty neat scars you got there, covering up with all this purple flabby skin stuff. I don't know. As Dobby's like, why'd you do that? As he just sends like a massive cyclone of fire right at Deku. As Deku just like swipes his hand up as the massive, all the fire just goes right up, and Deku's just laughing and he's like, huh, can't believe you really did that. Can't really believe you attacked me. But I'll have to beat you anyways because you're a threat to society. As he says, I like air quotes, as he just punches Dobby in the face, knocking him out, as he just hoists him over his shoulder. He's like, alright, one down, how much more to go? As he sees smoke in the distance, or like not smoke, but like gas, as he walks off there, like covering his nose with his hand, like muffling his voice, as he just keeps walking. As he's like, what is this? Oh, I see. It's another villain person. As he just walks over to the villain. He's like, alright, now you're gonna die. Or now you're just gonna, I'm just gonna make you go to sleep a little bit. It's not gonna hurt too much. As he punches his mask, breaking it. As he just falls asleep, dissipating his quirk. It's like he just laughs at how easy this is being as he hoists the other person over his shoulder. As he just keeps walking. He keeps walking and then he gets to Muscular with Coda. He's like, bro, hold up, bro. Why are you attacking this innocent child? Haven't you done enough? You killed his parents, right? I'm pretty sure you've done enough, so why don't you go ahead and just take a nap? As Deku punches him and then does a roundhouse kick, just hitting him right into the ground, knocking him out. Deku just looks at him as he's like, alright, kid, I'm gonna need you to get on this knocked out guy's back, because I'm putting him on my back. As Deku takes them over to Aizawa and ends up knocking out Magni and Spinner. So the only people left are Kirigiri, Shigaraki, and Toga, and Moonfish. Yeah. So Deku goes over to where he sees a massive amount of destruction. He goes over to see Tokiyami, and he's like, as he neck chops Tokiyami and runs towards Moonfish, doing the exact same. He sees Mr. Compress about to snag Bakugo, but he pushes Bakugo out of the way, getting captured in the orb. Now, in this orb, Deku's like, shouldn't be too hard to break out of this. I'll just stay in here. As Deku just stays in the orb as they leave, thinking that they got Bakugo, because they didn't even think twice about it. So once they get to their hideout, they see that they've rapidly lost numbers, with only Mr. Compressed, Toga, Kirigiri, and Shigaraki left, which kind of makes Shigaraki, man-child, go tantrum mode, and he starts, disintegrating things, punching things, as Mr. Compress says, at least we got Bakugo, as he snaps his fingers, the orb opens up, as Deku's sitting on a stool on the bar, with a fist to his cheek. He's just like, oh, wow. You guys, did think you got Bakugo. I thought you guys were smarter. I guess not. As everyone turns around to see Deku sitting there at the bar, smiling at them, which just makes Shigaraki even like madder, as Shigaraki just locks Deku up into the chair that Bakugo was in. I can't, like a torture chair, like a chair, tied him up to a chair basically. Now, Deku just smiles at this. Shigaraki's like, don't bother using your cork. These are cork erasing cuffs. So Deku just laughs and he's like, I'm gonna take a nap. As he just sits down, or like he's already sitting down, as he just puts his head to the chair and just starts falling asleep. As Shigaraki like smacks him, and he's like, don't fall asleep on me. As Deku just like rips up like the metal surrounding his wrists and his legs, only for like cuffs to be surrounding his wrists and legs. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna teach you not to smack the hero hunter. As he just smacks Shigaraki one way and then backhands him, doing it so fast, kind of like how Goku did it to Frieza, as he just keeps doing this and Shigaraki's like completely just knocked out. So Deku just drops him to the floor and he's like, and that's why you don't slap the hero hunter. As Deku leaves, see All Might and all those people break into the bar. Like, huh? Where's Garou? Where is he? Deku just laughs, sitting up on a building, like, wow. I don't think I escaped. It's kind of sad. I thought they had higher expectations of me. Guess they still thought lowly of me, as I am corkless. As Deku just sits down on top, he's like, well, I guess I'll watch things play out. As he sees All For One come through like a gray, misty, watery type portal. As he comes through the portal and attacks All Might. As Deku's like, wait a minute. This is my perfect chance. As Deku sees All For One beat down All Might, as All Might is knocked out, as Deku just watches as All For One kills All Might, as Deku just smiling and he's like, at least I won't have to kill anybody now. As Deku runs down there, and in a blur of green, Deku knocks out all of the heroes, as Deku just smiles at All For One as he sees his broken mask, as All For One's like, what are you doing, child? As Deku's just like, oh, I won't be calling a child, not no child. Garou the hero hunter. And I'm about to become the villain hunter too. So I suggest you surrender now before I have to beat you. As All For One just laughs and he's like, I doubt you'll be able to beat me. As Deku jumps towards All For One, cracking the ground beneath him, as he charges right at Deku, or as he charges right at All For One. So All For One just says, why do I hear boss music? As he also charges right at Deku, and like their fists collide, making massive air pressure. As Deku says, fist of flowing water, crushing rock. As he takes his other fist, as he punches All For One into the dirt, as he jumps back and prepares, as he charges right back at him and kicks him in the stomach, setting him up, and then beats him right back into the ground. As All For One gets up and sends a massive torrent of lightning, kind of like Force Lightning from Star Wars, just electrocuting Deku, as Deku like is standing up, only for All For One to slash him with like that reddish electrical wire thing coming from his fingers. As Deku's head is now bleeding, with a scar over one of his eyes. Deku's like, I won't let you beat me yet, as he charges right at All For One and punches him into the ground with his hair turning completely orange, as he's like, as one of his eyes also turn like orangish red from the blood in his hair, as he's like, now you are gonna die, as he punches him, making a hole through his stomach. And if you're wondering why he killed him, it's because he killed him because he's a villain, not really a hero. He still has some respect for heroes. I mean, but he's still, it's like, now the ultimate villain will rise. So, hope you guys did enjoy What If Deku Was Garou Part 5. See ya, guys. Bye.